now we will move to the next session, which is Newton's third law of motion. Now on to the Newton's third law of motion. And before going on to the Newton's third law of motion, the statement, I will explain an instance where Newton's third law of motion is clearly visible. You know, when I say about Newton's third law of motion, the first instance that comes to my mind is I am standing on the earth. I am standing on the earth and I am exerting a force on the earth, and the earth in return exert a force on me, or vice versa. Earth is pulling me towards it, and in return I am exerting a push on the earth and I am standing on the earth. So that's a very nice example that comes to my mind when I talk about the Newton's third law of motion. And similarly, if you do play football, you know that while playing football, it's usual that a player will hit another player. Even though there is a player who is standing still and a player who is running comes and hits this player, both of them get hurt. Though the running player is carrying more momentum and he is hitting the player who is standing still, both of them will get hurt. This is because when there is that collision between the players, the first player will exert a force on the second player, and the second player in return will exert another force on the first player. See that in both these cases, a man standing on the earth or both bodies colliding each other, there exists a pair of forces which is called as the action and reaction pairs. That is, when a man is standing on the earth, he is having an action on the earth and earth is having a reaction on the man. And these two actions and reactions are equal and opposite. This action and reaction are equal and opposite. But also note that the action reaction pair is acting on different body. While I said action of a man on the earth is exerting force on the earth and earth's reaction is on the man. The action is on the earth and the reaction is on the man, which means this action reaction pair act on different body and they are equal and opposite, but since they are acting on different bodies, they won't get cancelled each other. So that's a simple doubt that can occur to anyone when I say the action reaction pair is equal and opposite. It's not like pushing a table from both sides, as I said in the last session. Here the both action and reaction pair occur on two different bodies, they are equal and opposite, and this is nothing but the Newton's third law of motion. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, and this action and reaction act on different bodies. So there is one more example which could easily explain the Newton's third law of motion, which is nothing but the bullet fired from a gun. When you fire a bullet from a gun, the bullet will be moving with a greater force, and that is called as an action on the bullet. And since there is an action on the bullet, there will be having a reaction force on the gun, so that the gun will be moving backward. So that is called as the recoil of the gun. So when a gun is fired, there will be an action on the bullet and a reaction will be on the gun, and that's why gun move backward. But note that the gun won't be moving as fast or as speed like a bullet is moving. This is because the mass of the bullet is very small and we are applying a greater force on it, while the impact on the gun is very low because the mass of the gun is very high and the force also varies on it. Since the mass of the bodies are different, how they respond to action and reaction may differ, but at the same time both action and reaction are equal and opposite. This is so evident that while we stand on the earth, though earth is exerting force on us and we are exerting a push on the earth, it is not more affecting the motion of the earth. Like our force exerting on the earth as a whole is very less. And therefore, the Newton's third law of motion clearly states how a bird flies, how a fish swims, and how a vehicle works. So when a bird is flying, it is exerting a force on the air, and the air in return exert force on the bird. And that's all about Newton's third law of motion. Now, from the Newton's second law of motion, we know that F is equal to m into v minus u by t. So if I rearrange it, I can take t to the left side and I can write it as Ft is equal to m into v minus u. Therefore, if I write it as Ft is equal to m into v minus m into u. Now, if the force on a body or on an object is 0, then simply mv minus mu equal to 0, mv minus mu equal to 0, or it means mv is equal to mu, or it simply means v is equal to u and the body is moving with uniform velocity. Therefore, when there is no external force acting on a body, the body will continue its motion in uniform motion. Or if u is equal to 0, simply means v is also 0, which means the body is not at all moving and it is at rest. And that's all about the Newton's first law of motion, second law of motion, and Newton's third law of motion. And that's all for today, and see you next time.